rolling.
Okay. Action. All right, motherfucker, give me all the motherfucking money you found this motherfucker, you dumb motherfucker. I don't got nothing else, man. I can't get my mama no more, man. This is all I got. This is all I got. Please, please. Tonight means nothing without you, man. Please, man. I need you. I need you now more than ever. They don't did this shit already?
Roll the motherfucking camera. He wanna be famous.
Southern in South Carolina, but over top of Alabama, Louisiana, and Florida, a landlocked oasis for inspiration and fast money peers through the shadows of the past into the eyes of a future many may never see. Antebellum Atlanta is often recognized for its southern charm, but these days, a realistic view of Atlanta aligns it with the railroad town roots of its genesis that were more Wild West than Dirty South. By 1850, the city of Atlanta, formerly known as Marthasville, had a population of 2,500 people and housed 40 saloons. Criminals gathered in neighborhoods called Slabtown and nearby Morrell's Row. Along Old Whitehall Road, a sector of log cabins and wood huts became notoriously known as Snake Nation. Snake Nation reportedly earned its nickname from snake oil peddlers, who have been replaced with one of the highest concentrations of black businesses and landowners in this whole country.
Oh, nah, man.
I have seen the ray of light Atlanta can be when life awakens in this sleepy town. Atlanta was never intended to be dull, and that historical fact has kept me eagerly awaiting its true evolution into the global gateway this town is mythologized to be.
For over a decade, I've been creating art as a filmmaker and photographer, intimately studying how a pretty illustrious collective of artists has managed to become afterthoughts in all stories that are rarely written about the historic art district of Castleberry Hill, located in Atlanta, Georgia. Since about 2007, I've been nurturing my talents in the village of Castleberry Hill at the intersection of Walker and Peters. The history of Castleberry Hill, as is often documented, references warehouses and lofts and art strolls, but skips a lot of nuance, as is often the case with stories talking about artists, their lives and influence. I mean, the past is cool, and it's necessary, it has value, but I wonder, what does it take to get up-to-date narratives about some of the dopest people walking the earth? And what does it really mean to be living in the South among so many dope people with something to say?
Now this fork in the road connects Walker and Peters. At the edge of Castleberry Hill lies Peters Street Station, a community center that has been equal parts social experiment and artist incubator. Upstairs is the social club area where creative souls exchange wisdom, inspiration, and of course art. Behind me are tattoo stations that you'll see later, facilitating a multidisciplinary ecosystem that will make you believe you can do all types of stuff you've never done before. Take me, for example. I came to Atlanta as a filmmaker searching for a cool story to tell, and somehow, 15 years later, I've become convinced I'm an internationally recognized contemporary artist. Since my first solo show in 2017, I've harbored this burning desire to make these mixed media collages utilizing my own image archives to tell a unified story about my time here in Atlanta. My first solo photography exhibition was called All Times Love, representing this kind of surface level expression of warm and fuzzy feelings about a city forever loved by everyone for any number of reasons. My conundrum since then has been understanding and believing that I actually love it here. The thousands of images I've recorded since being here all are unique expressions of moments that I'm trying to figure out how to say something about the right way.
So, where do I start? I believe that there are 10 instrumental concepts in the creation of all dope things. These 10 steps have guided me in the creation of all my films, photo essays, and now this docuseries. The first step is to take action.
Once upon a time, this neighborhood hosted monthly art strolls where all the galleries opened their doors to those interested in elevated convo, free wine, and a place to feel culture. Every now and again, someone might actually buy some art too. But since the mid-2010s, fewer and fewer of this historic art district's galleries remain open to provide this unified community experience. Since that time, independent groups of artists with hella art, but no walls to hang it on, have gone from hosting a single annual showcase in a tattoo shop to monthly art shows featuring hundreds of Atlanta-based artists across multiple galleries, thus creating the Walker and Peters Art Stroll.
Sex money to death, dog. I got Mr. Q with me. Yeah, that's leather, not pleather.
Our story begins where Walker and Peter Street connect.
We'll begin our journey of learning how to be a dope artist by first stepping into this sacred space formerly known as Snake Nation. Many creative and innovative souls asserted themselves in this space, utilizing whatever they had access to in the moment to take action towards their vision. Artists who presently work in Castleberry Hills serve as living examples of what happens when this 10-step protocol is applied to a unique mission.
Every year, I'm gonna do the anniversary show. I started my career because of Miya, so every year I'm gonna come back, do the show. It's like a family reunion.
A new addition to this portfolio of artist-led spaces lies back up Peter Street, formerly known as Old Whitehall Road, which is home to many of the majestic lofts and galleries Castleberry Hill is known for. Old Rabbit Gallery is a converted loft dedicated to maintaining the legacy of this neighborhood as a haven for the artists and collectors.
17 years of what? I mean, I just got here, you know what I'm saying? But
You've been here before. You've been here at least 11 of the other times.
ain't nothing back there, man.
Oh, upstairs.
Oh, something like that? It's dope up there.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to see this continuing to grow after 17 years. Like, 17 years of life, and it don't seem like it's about to be slowing down at all. You know what I'm saying? Especially seeing like how it's grown from day one. Like you said, you want to continue the conversation. I just published the article. It came out this morning, and I was saying like it's gone from a tattoo shop into a whole like creative universe. Like City of Vic is kind of like its own MCU on Castleberry. You know what I'm saying? Like so many different artists with different superpowers, different perspectives, all coming together to create an energy that still represents, I think, Atlanta at its finest. You know what I'm saying? Because I think what you're seeing here is the combination of the people that have people that like to say, I was grown here, not flown here, but that don't mean the folks that were flown here can't contribute as well. You know what I'm saying?
It's like 5 different galleries tonight, which is amazing. It's next level.
It's always a vibe over here. That's dope. I just love the amalgamation of the whole block being part of this celebration.
living up, celebrating. Cat, look at the camera.
It's a video?
We outside, we doing what we gotta do. In custom elite couture, by the way. Y'all
How the galleries been going?
Hey, bro, they been going fine.
Everything looks great. The vibes are fire.
Amazing. I'm coming back tomorrow and the day after. Every day.
It's definitely where I feel like I'm finding more people like of my tribe. So I enjoy just the energy. Like it's always good vibes. Always people like willing to interact.
It's lit. It's up.
Oh, yeah.
This is reminding me of old Atlanta. Peter Street ain't looked this popping in a minute.
Ever.
And if you're from Atlanta, you know.
I will say I've never seen it this big, this large. The community, the blah. We love it. We love it. It's inspiring. It's pushing us as creatives.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, everybody. We love it. Appreciate it.
Although there's hella money to be made in Atlanta all kinds of ways, not much of it moves without a strong foundation of inspired people. I think a lot about our active community of living artists and the necessary work we all do to enable this mythology of a supremely connected community to exist. A well-known Atlantan proverb states, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, don't take more than about 4 folks, because keeping them all on the same page until the job is done will be the most trying time of your life.
Throw your J's up. It's your boy J Price, Jazz Space. Throw your J's up. Here, City Ink. They doing the best. Let them know. Catch your boys up. Throw your J's up, Atlanta, Georgia.
City of Ink creation, the logo that you see on these t-shirts, on this window and all this shit.
The window?
I'm saying, show them the window, show them the window.
Oh, man, that's a beautiful
That's
thing.
a visual soul, Mr. Soul creation. And basically, you know, I just hang around these dudes, man, for like creative inspiration, motivation, because that's what you need when you're a dope artist. You need to be around dope people. So the City of Ink is that spot, man.
The historic formation of Atlanta was driven by 2 schools of thought, those of the moral party and those who lived free and rowdy. An election year back in 1850 brought the tensions between the 2 parties to a head, leading to this neighborhood full of thugs, scallywags, and schemers getting burnt to the ground by the leaders and organizers of the moral party. From these ashes, a collective of dripping stars with a vision to inspire the city elevated themselves and the space around them, creating an organic placemaking exercise so unique it's kept my attention since I first arrived in Castleberry Hill the fall of 2010. Like many artists, I've curated my own art shows in this neighborhood and screened new films directly to the community seeking a special type of representation. By 2017, it was apparent to me that being able to celebrate 10 years of that representation was a story people should know more about. The 10th anniversary show expanded from City of Ink to a clothing store called Closet and the soft opening of Peter Street Station. More spaces within this neighborhood meant more diversity, meaning a larger platform for free expression that I'm sure your favorite artist has definitely benefited from. This niche community development has always been a part of our existence here in Atlanta, and is not unprecedented. Artists are the architects of our collective reality, and all I'm saying is this story is way more interesting than...
Atlanta police are trying to piece together how 2 people were shot.
It was about 3:30 in the morning when this shooting took place here on Whitehall Street.
To keep the stand, they say late night drag racing, large crowds, even gunfire has really created fear in that area.
Atlanta makes you ask the hard questions of yourself. Like, why would I? Why should I keep trying to do this here? And often the answer is simply because we have the space to.
Let me talk to the owner real quick. Hey, Miya. They said they can board it up right now for $450, and then
$450
to replace the window for $850.
The mayor appointed me. I'm over all the nightlife and culture for the city.
Okay, I didn't know
So
that.
this is a part of my purview right here. This right here that's going on. Like, I've already met with them, right? I just called Snoop.
No more talking. The talking is over. This need to be closed. A woman, children, can a child walk through here?
It was a pregnant lady sitting right there.
I got kids.
Talk to them, man. Talk to them. It's public record. This should be the end of the straw before someone laying out here and their body is laying on the ground, bro. It needs to stop now. It got to stop now. Because today could have been one of my people.
Exactly.
Prior to walking to the bathroom, there was a pregnant lady and her friend sitting right there on the bench. So I don't know if they heard the commotion and then left or left just on their own prior to it, but right where that bullet was shot was where they were sitting. And that's really what hit me, like, yo, that could have been somebody's life who wasn't even involved, you know what I'm saying? Let alone just somebody's life in general. But the fact that you could just be sitting here just trying to enjoy your night, a pregnant woman who we had just given a tour, just out here to see art, and she's just sitting down to relax. I'm pretty sure she was tired, and a stray bullet could have just hit her, you know what I'm saying? So it was really surreal to know that it had happened within the space, or the space had gotten hit, really. Man, it's kind of crazy, man, because I'm kind of desensitized now when it comes to gunshots because of what's been going on in the area for the past, I would say, 3 to 4 years. It's like you hear it, and there's always the idea in your head, like, damn, if a stray bullet goes inside the building, like what could happen? But I always just felt like the building itself protected us in that sense. So overall, it was surreal to know that the building had actually gotten hit in that way.
With my past life, you know what I'm saying, I was in the streets and hustling, and you know, the younger you was, the dumber the dumb stuff you would do. But I just feel like this was an opportunity for me to give back to the art community, you know what I'm saying, and open up the doors for other artists. And that was the big thing. Mike was like, Ro, it's gonna be artists that need to come here and, you know what I'm saying, and develop themselves, and they're going to take off, and they just need a place, you know what I'm saying, where they can be, cultivated, and, you know what I'm saying, and they can master their craftsmanship. So people need to see that, is because they don't, you know, some of these kids out here don't think that they can take their inner talent and be successful.
So tell me a little bit about, obviously, I mean, we're here, unfortunately, because of the shooting on Sunday night. And just, obviously, you're out here working hard, trying to earn a living in neighborhood, and just first of all, your reaction to what went on Sunday night.
I mean, I strongly believe as men, we can curate our own communities. You can control the energy, environment. You can do anything you want to do if you want to. So, like, you know, I just think that we got people over here that don't have good intent.
It's frustrating, and it's terrifying too, you know, to be honest. Because at the end of the day, it's like, my whole point is to get away from that kind of life.
I think more, I don't know, I feel like Castleberry is kind of closed off. Like, everyone knows of Castleberry being this very like artsy part of town, but it's very like separate. Like, there's one spot over here that's really cool, one spot over here. I think like maybe having more collaborations between these very like cool spots might help. Maybe more block parties, maybe something that really pulls all these different entities together instead of just like having these little pockets of like, oh, this is cool, this part's really dangerous. Because there's certain places I'll park and certain places I will not park.
I think everyone needs like a safe haven, right? Like a safe place to be able to be themselves or find people that's like them. And I think that's just what it's all about, creating that safe space.
It's something about the aura in this place, but because of this place, I eventually ended up painting, becoming a muralist, and really changing my life for the better, for sure. So I owe so much to Peter Street Station and Miya, really, because of the opportunities that I've been afforded because of Peter Street Station.
Well, this right here, on this side, can be tattoo station, climbs up in the building. So every tattoo area, I'm gonna get a window. So if you tattooing, you have your tattoo station, you like to look at your shit, line it up, and then you be tattooing in the window.
Before 2007, before artists decided they needed more curated spaces to be themselves, none of this existed. Everything you have seen here exists purely from action and inspiration. The idea of a network of flock community centers in a city that influences everything seems like the type of story a local government would champion and support. Which isn't to say Atlanta does not support any of its own, but more so Atlanta eats many of its own. A creative entrepreneur's ability to sustain anything worthwhile really lies in their ability to avoid being swallowed up and consumed by the beautiful, ugly, historically, a part of living life in the South. The fight to simply be has been protracted throughout our time as a civilization, and somehow we find new ways to make it worth the effort. Decisions, decisions, decisions. So many things to consider, but thinking about it all the time only gets a small portion of the journey started. The option to just do something will generate the majority of your growth. All the fly things in life are the manifestation of action. Even if you simply start by taking a step in one direction or the other, it's better than nothing. The interesting thing about taking action toward completing something is being able to easily turn that spark of inspiration into a flame. The parallel process I operate in as a multidisciplinary artist has provided me a few tricks for mastery of action over analysis. When it becomes apparent that action is the only way, be sure to focus on what you do have already. We are always in possession of whatever we need to solve our most pressing issues, and action is always what brings everything together. When trying to accomplish one big thing, there are at least 5 things we could be doing to accomplish that large goal. So sometimes you just got to do something else, but you can't stop. Keep a list of the 5 things you can act on right now, and allow this to become your foundation for action. For me to complete this current solo show and tell this story with the resources available, I've always made time to explore, engage, and reflect on my experiences. Then I edit them into something coherent. From there, the 5th step is simply sharing it all. Since 2010, I've personally amassed an archive of images documenting the processes of community builders who honor the traditions of artisan culture that has always been present but overlooked in Atlanta history. For the last 17 years, I've witnessed the action of independent artists who designed, programmed, and activated the neighborhood formerly known as Snake Nation, with assistance only from dedicated supporters who appreciate the full value of public art exhibition and patronage. The collectors, students, patrons, and artists who have been actively evolving the history of Castleberry Hill are adding value to the search results that leave us out, though our work provides real-time examples of how to resourcefully improve the quality of life in this city. Long before our generation touched Earth with any dope intentions, someone acted on the good idea that we should be able to own property, develop businesses, and influence everything. Atlanta is dope, but could be better. What I wonder is, will Atlanta allow itself that opportunity? The time for wondering when that world is built or whether that story will be told properly is over. On this journey into the mythology of Atlanta, I will be using my archives to add the layers missing in this story of the free, rowdy, and dope. I invite you into the world of Castleberry Hill as I know it. The world the search engines, chatbots, and even people who live in this city can't tell you about through my lens. In my opinion, being dope transcends talent. It is a way of life. What you will see over these next 9 episodes are the lived experiences of the most influential artists in the world, sharing how they consistently make a global impact, starting from their corner of ATL. This is How to Be a Dope Artist.
big art and answering back to it, and that's how you participate in life. And I feel like with such authenticity and such resonance that these pieces have, like my favorite piece right here, Let the Church Say Yeah. Like, that's just fire, like, because that's something I feel like I say, that's something that I feel like, I don't know these people, but I feel like I know these people. And the colors, like, the cool tones, like, it's something just very easy going, like, just, there's a flow to it that I feel like I'm at home, like, there's an ease here. All the spaces that I see that I recognize, like Peaches over here, I know I walk past that, I ain't never been in there,
The cool guy over there, John. Obviously, cameras is gonna be a part of your life. Don't even trip.